and I had suffocated to death. All of a sudden, my soul began to rise out of my body, kind of like my soul was like levitating, and it was kind of a painful experience, really, because it felt like the weight of my body was like being crushed as my soul was rising up out of it. And I rose to the ceiling, and I was looking at my mom and my doctor and the nurse, trying to figure out what's going on with me. All of a sudden, I was transported into these, what I like to call the tunnel of colors. All kinds of colors in this tunnel. I was going super duper fast, and all of a sudden things got super white, and I was in this waiting room. And it looked to be a 10 by 10 waiting room, what I call waiting room. The ceiling, the walls, the floor was white. There was a very dense fog in there, kind of like there was a huge cloud in there. And I had looked down to see my body, and I could not see my body. And I was just clear, but I knew I was moving around and stuff. I knew I was still intact. And this is what I think that I drew a picture. Don't judge my picture, y'all, but like, this is what I think that I looked like in this waiting room. This was my soul waiting in this waiting room. And all of a sudden, these three men in robes, their robes were like a dark red and a dark green and embroidered with gold. And one was in front and two were in the back, and they were slowly walking towards me. And as they were walking towards me, they had their hands out like this, as to say, we mean well, don't be scared. But honestly, I was totally terrified. So I got myself in the corner, and I like stretched up as far as I could in that corner, and just looking at them in terror and fright. And they took a look at me, and they discussed among themselves. And in my head, I heard them all say to me that, or amongst themselves, that she's not ready. She's not ready. And once they said that, I was transported into the tunnel of colors again. And I appeared on this hill. And on this hill, I saw the most beautiful scenery with so many awesome, vibrant colors. There was gold, and this gold was just like unimaginable. Not like any kind of gold we see here on earth, but there were gold wheat fields to my left as far as the eye could see, and there were gold cornfields to my right as far as the eye could see. And in the middle of the wheat and the cornfields, there was a valley with a stream running down the middle of it. And as I looked further, I saw people and children, and this woman with a basket on her head collecting corn and wheat. And it was just such a beautiful sight. And I remember looking at his white robe and his sandals, but I was too scared to look at his face or his eyes. And he all of a sudden went like this, as to say, this is just a little glimpse of heaven. This is just a little bitty tiny piece of heaven that I'm showing you. And I'm just so honored that he did show me what I saw. And I don't think I'll ever forget, because it was just such a beautiful, beautiful sight. All of the colors, all of the aura, everyone was singing also. The workers down there that were collecting the wheat and the corn, they were so happy to be there, and they were singing beautiful, beautiful music. That was just so peaceful. And I just wanted to let you guys in on what I have seen. At the time of what happened, I was a pagan. I was very much a sinner, and they had unclamped it, and all of a sudden 2,000 cc's just rushed back into my lungs. I went back into the tunnel of colors, went straight through the tunnel of colors again, and my soul slammed back in my body. Like the breath was, it felt like I had just been punched in my chest as hard as somebody could punch me. And my soul just slammed back into my body, and I awoke here in the physical world again.